Hey, what's going on, fam? So another quick video. Um, the same usual disclaimer when I make these videos while driving. Understand that I am driving because it helps me save time. Um, and also please understand if you hear background noises, even though you should not hear too many, because normally when I record these videos while driving, the background noise isn't too heavy. But again, just in case you hear a turn signal or whatever, or a horn, please excuse me because I am making this video while driving. But anyway, with that being said, also, please donate. The Cash App is Morpheus Unplugged. Just make sure you spell it right. That's MorPheus and then Unplugged. All ran together, all one word, so no dots or dashes or spaces. Just hashtag Morpheus Unplugged. Please donate what you can. If you can, I appreciate the support. However, with that being said, let me go ahead and talk about the main topic of this video. So as you can see, I'm using this screenshot of the brother My Views. He posted on YouTube using the YouTube post ability that you have as a YouTube creator. And he posted basically saying, Tariq, why are your tickets non-refundable during a pandemic for black people? And I don't quite understand what the issue is here. But before I really even start to launch into why I don't quite understand what the issue is, let me say this. I respect the brother My Views. I watch his videos. I like what he says. He's on code as far as I can tell. I don't have any intent to start beef with him, okay? I do feel the need to make a video about his post, just like he felt the need to publicly call out Tariq the way he did. I have a question for his post, and I did comment under his post, so let me be clear about that. So he could have responded, and that may have changed my idea about making this video, but as of the time of me recording this audio, I have not seen him respond yet. That doesn't mean that he is trying to ignore me or anything like that, so I'm not saying that either. I know he could have been busy. He just may not even have seen the post at all or seen my response at all. So I'm not blaming or attacking the brother for not responding, but since he has not responded, and since he kind of, I feel like, at least in my opinion, he kind of jumped out the window on Tariq and calling him out so publicly, you kind of open yourself up to be, for lack of a better word, called out publicly. But again, this video, before I start to go into what I'm going to say, this video is not an attack on the brother. I don't want to start a beef with him. I don't intend to degrade him or disrespect him, but I do want to voice my disagreement, and that's all this video is for, is to A, voice my disagreement, and B, also talk about how this is a problem that black people have in general when we do business. Um, that's just the two things I want to say. I want to talk about how what this brother posted is a reflection of how black people kind of do business in bad ways sometimes, and also um, just to talk about why I don't feel like the brother, My View, should have jumped to the conclusions it seems that he's jumping to. If I misinterpret anything you say, brother, My Views, if you listen to this video, please feel free to comment, feel free to reach out, feel free to make your own video. Again, I don't intend to start any kind of beef with you. I'm not here to start a war with you. I appreciate the work you've done on YouTube, and I'm not here to attack you. That's all I can say. So if you still take it as an attack, even with that disclaimer, it is what it is. But I'm not trying to attack you. I just am voicing my disagreement, and I'm trying to talk about a problem that we as black people, period, not just the brother My Views, but we as black people, period, have when it comes to doing business with each other. So first of all, he says, Tariq Radio, we are in the middle of a pandemic, and tickets on your website for the FBA conference are suddenly non-refundable, and he has a question mark. Now here's my thing. How long has the tickets been non-refundable? Is this for tickets that going forward, when people buy them, they're no longer non-refundable? Are you saying that people who used to be able to get refunds now can't get refunds? Like, I really don't understand what the big controversy is here. And hold on, fam. There's actually, I think, an ambulance about to drive by. Okay, never mind. It's not coming my way. But it's somewhat off in the distance. I just wanted to make sure my video didn't get loudly interrupted by an ambulance. But anyway, fam, as I was saying, there's not enough details here. And it sounds like this has come from people. Now, I honestly, even though I've made multiple videos about the ADUNCE organization and the suicide down ballot strategy, I do not sit up and watch their videos, Event and Tone, and nor do I pay attention to them on Twitter or any other medium. I don't really pay attention to them because there's nothing for me to pay attention to. Once you started that, excuse me, fam. Once you started that suicide down ballot stuff and you wouldn't correct it, you know, I can't rock with you on that. I cannot rock with you on that. So I don't really follow them. I don't really pay attention to them to know for sure. But I suspect that the ADUNCE Negroes and the ADUNCE crowd, because they're sitting up there angry at Tariq still to this day, even though he doesn't really talk about them or mention them. They're still butthurt and mad at him because the man, and I know a lot of ADUNCE Negroes are going to disagree with this, the man brought a lot of notoriety and clout to that movement that it did not have without him. And I'm talking about Tariq Nasheed. That's why people like Ann Coulter were shouting him out for the ADOS movement. And I've actually seen on Twitter ADOS Negroes are trying to turn that into a conspiracy. Like, oh, Tariq and Ann Coulter are working together, or they're both Republicans. Well, if Tariq's a Republican, and because of the fact that he said that he might support Trump because the Democrats are so damn anti-black, then all you ADUNCE Negroes are Democrats who support Jim Crow Joe, if we're going to jump to these stupid-ass conclusions. But anyway, I digress. So I suspect, I'm saying all that to say that because of the jealousy and anger that a lot of these ADUNCE Negroes have, and also they go out of their way to claim credit. I remember even when Tariq and Yvette and Tone were cool, Yvette was showing up under posts, even under that Ann Coulter post. So now the ADUNCE Negroes, they want to say, oh, well, Ann Coulter shouted out Tariq because they both conservatives. Well, at the time, why was Yvette running up under Ann Coulter's post, making it clear that no, I'm the founder. Hey, Ann Coulter, talk to me, not Tariq. I'm the founder. Hey, pay attention to me. Why was Yvette under the post doing that at the time? Since Yvette and Tariq are just conservatives, Republicans, who conspiracize together. Since she intentionally shouted out Tariq because he's a secret Republican. Why was Yvette up under these Republicans trying to make sure that these Republicans recognize her as the leader of ADOS instead of Tariq? So anyway, I'm saying that to say it, and not only that, again, I remember multiple posts I found where Yvette and Tone were running around making it clear that, hey, we're the founders of this movement. We're the leaders of this movement. So they're very hell-bent on getting credit. And I think that they're still hurt about the fact that Tariq has done something that now they cannot take credit for, which is FBA, even though they want to still take credit for that. They're still trying to take credit for that. Because they're trying, oh, it's a copy of ADOS. Okay, well, you copied ADOS from the DOAS movement, and you copied ADOS from from Claude Anderson's philosophy, since we want to talk that BS. So no, it's not the same. But again, I'm saying all this to say, fam, I'm kind of ranting and rambling, but I'm saying all this to say that the ADUNCE Negroes are very obsessed with credit over this damn movement, especially their leaders and their followers, the people who still specifically call themselves ADUNCE, have taken on that personality of being obsessed with credit for the damn movement. So I'm saying all that to say, I suspect that the reason why the brother my views, because he's kind of straddling the fence, and this is why it's not good to straddle the fence, fam. When there's an issue, sometimes it's okay to be neutral, but sometimes you just need to take a side and you need to take a stand, especially when one of the sides is pushing out dangerous ass political strategies. But that's another discussion for another day. because this brother has been straddling the fence, I know he still listens to ADUNCE and still rocks with a lot of those people. Hell, when I comment on his post, I see a lot of ADUNCE Negroes, and I can tell they're ADUNCE by the way they're talking under his post. So he's still cool and still rocks with a lot of ADUNCE Negroes. So I believe that the ADUNCE Negroes are sitting up here circulating a brand new conspiracy about Tariq Nasheed. And instead of this brother, the brother MorpheusUnplugged, sitting back and saying, hey, I need to consider the fact that the source of this information clearly has a bias against Tariq Nasheed. So before I jump and start spreading this misinformation or this heavily biased information, let me think about why this was done, or let me gather more facts. Because again, with the tickets, do you know that there are plenty of airline tickets that are non-refundable? There are all kind of white businesses that sell items that you cannot get refunds for. Yet I don't see any black person running up on white people calling them scammers because their products are non-refundable. Even during the pandemic, I recently bought a new car. That this car is non-refundable. Are you saying Negroes gonna help me fight the white business because they're scamming me because they're selling me non-refundable items during a pandemic? It doesn't make sense, and this ties into what I was saying about black people and how we do business with each other. We always want black people to give black people special considerations. We want black businesses to give black customers special considerations. Oh, it's a pandemic. Why are you selling tickets, non-refundable tickets during a pandemic? This looks sketchy. Okay, well, since we always expect black businesses to give black customers special considerations, when are we as black customers going to give black businesses special considerations? Huh? Because it's also a pandemic for businesses. If you don't know, a lot of small scale businesses, yes, the corporations got trillions of dollars, but a lot of small scale businesses have gone under because of this pandemic. A lot of smaller scale businesses will not reopen because of this pandemic. So businesses are suffering extra hard, especially businesses that are massive corporations are suffering extra hard during this pandemic as well. So are we going to give black businesses special pandemic consideration and understand that maybe they can't refund the money that they might normally be able to refund because it is a pandemic and there's financial hardships? Why is it that we always expect black business and black customer relationships to be special considerations, but only one way? We always want the hookup from a black business. We always want the special consideration from a black business that we don't ask for from white businesses. Again, airline tickets, unless you pay an extra fee, airline tickets are non-refundable. There's plenty of things that people sell, that white people sell us, that are non-refundable. Yet I don't see black people jumping up and assuming conspiracies because a white business offers something that is non-refundable. And again, even with him making it non-refundable, the fact that y'all are bringing this up now tells me that it wasn't non-refundable all along. So again, is this for people who buy tickets going forward? That's also normal. When you have an event, at first you'll make the tickets refundable, but for the people who buy the tickets closer and closer to the event, or after you've bought the venue or whatever it is, and you bought the venue for a size of a certain amount of people of tickets, that's normal. That's business. That's business to say, hey, I've already reserved the venue, so now the tickets are non-refundable because I reserved the venue, a 12,000 seat venue, so if 600 people ask for refunds, now I've spent money that I didn't really have, or money out of my own pocket for this event. And he should not have to do that. And if he should have to, if you really think that he should have to pay out of his own pocket for an event or for a conference, then you hold a conference. You hold an FBA conference. You hold your own conference then, since it's so easy to just pay out of pocket for your own conference. Otherwise, don't be asking that man to do something you won't do. So again, it's normal when you buy a venue. It's normal for people who are hosting events to say, hey, after I bought the venue, now the tickets are not refundable. Or even sometimes it's not because they bought the venue, but sometimes they'll just wait. Hey, we're too close to the conference. Now the tickets are not refundable. This happens. Okay, that's business. And again, white people sell you non-refundable shit all the time. And this is me talking to black people in general. This is why I said I don't like how black people do business. Not just the brother My Views, because he's not the only one who's thought this way or done something like this or said something along these lines. So I'm not sitting here strictly attacking and lecturing the brother My Views. I do want to be clear. I'm talking to black people in general, but what I'm saying still applies. Again, white people sell you shit all the time that's non-refundable, and you don't go running back to them calling them a damn scammer. Hell, I bought a mask the other day. The mask is non-refundable. I bought a Red Bull from a gas station. As far as I know, that's non-refundable. I've been to plenty of gas stations that have signs up that say no refunds. So Negroes buy shit from all kind of other races of people and don't have problems when they tell them that the item is non-refundable. But all of a sudden, when a black person says, hey, and they're advertising it to you, so at least you know what you're getting into, especially if you buy a ticket from here going forward when you had it before. At least you know ahead of time before you spend your money. Hey, if I spend this money, I'm not getting it back. So I better make sure I'm able to make it to this conference if I spend this money. Are you saying that people are so stupid that they can't clearly not buy a ticket that they can't afford to not get a refund for? Are you saying that people are that stupid that they can't read and understand the words non-refundable before they buy the ticket? And again, and so like I said, we don't know if this was for people buying tickets going forward. Are you saying that people who bought tickets and used to be able to get a refund and now all of a sudden can't? If that's the case, you need to make that clear, because that's not clear in your post. All you're doing is posting a picture of non-refundable. There's no clarity on whether or not it's always been that way, whether he just changed it and it's only for tickets, people who buy tickets from here on out. Or is he talking about the fact that if you bought a ticket already, now it's non-refundable? Okay, yes, I can say that might be somewhat questionable, but even if he did change the policy and they used to be refundable and they're not anymore, that's also normal. That's also normal for people to say, hey, the tickets or the item is refundable for this period of time, and after that, it's not refundable. Even with the car, when I was shopping around, I didn't buy from these people, but there's a big franchise called Drive Time. I was thinking about buying from them. They have a 5-day money back guarantee, meaning that at one point you can get your money back, but after 5 days you can't. And again, like I said, that's better than even most car dealerships, because the car dealership I did end up buying for, this car is non-refundable. I can't say, oh, well, it's a pandemic and I'm black, so give me a refund on the car. It's not going to fly, and I wouldn't even try it. And I don't understand why other black people think they can try that with other black people. So even if Tariq did originally make the tickets refundable and then all of a sudden made them non-refundable, I still don't see the controversy there. So anyway, fam, I'm saying that to say again, I wanted to just voice that I don't agree with the brother My Views, but I'm not out here to disrespect or attack him or start a YouTube beef with him. I still respect the brother. I'm still gonna comment on his channel. I don't hate him. I understand, especially if he truly did feel that it was suspicious. I understand why he questioned Tariq. And if Tariq really does something that is suspicious or off code, I'm not saying that we have to worship him and bow at his feet and not question anything that ever question anything that he does. If Tariq does something that seems suspect or off code, or he really truly seems like he's scamming black people, fine, stand up, say, hey, Tariq, I rock with you, but I'm not cool with this. Hell, I wouldn't even be a problem, because there are some things I had problems with Tariq for example, I don't like the fact that he's caping for Nick Cannon. I don't like the fact that he caped for Killer Mike. I don't like the fact that Tariq tends to cape for celebrities that are his friends. He has no problem having all the smoke for celebrities who aren't his friends, but when the celebrities who are his friends who do the same shit that the celebrities who aren't his friends do, the same coon, buck broken, off code shit that his friends who aren't the celebrities who aren't his friends do, he'll call them out. He'll give them the smoke, or at least he'll talk. You know how he says, because sometimes he'll say, "Oh, let me talk to your brother," but he'll basically check them, even if it's in a respectful way. He'll say, "Hey, that's not cool what you did," at the very least. But it seems like with people like Killer Mike and Nick Cannon and anyone, and even Joyce Twatkins, Agent Joyce, who I call, anybody who he's cool with, he's not going to call them out for their bullshit. So that's something that I wouldn't mind you calling out Tariq for. So there are things that you can call him out for. I'm not saying that the man is infallible or that the man is perfect and that you can't call him out for anything. But all I am saying is that when you do call him out, it should be for something that's legitimate, not some BS standard that you don't hold white people to. And again, if you feel like Tariq should have a special consideration for his black customers because we're in a unique situation because we all black, well, guess what? Our black business owners are black too. So when are we going to give them a special consideration for being a black business owner, since we expect them to give us special considerations all the damn time for being black customers? To me, it's just not right. And again, it's not just the brother my views, especially on that aspect. To me, that's a problem that we as black people, as a culture, have. We, as black Americans, we have this false belief that black businesses owe us a special consideration that we don't owe them. And it's not fair to them. It's not fair to them. Either we hold them to the same standards that we hold every other business to, or we expect special considerations, but then we also need to be giving special considerations. So if we expect some kind of special consideration on one end from a black business, then we also need to give a special consideration. Like we need to be willing to pay twice the price for the item because they're a black business. Since we got to have so many special considerations, I'm just saying. So if the black business has to give us special considerations and make sure that we can get refunds and all of this shit in ways that we don't hold white businesses' feet to the fire, then we also need to be willing to pay twice the price. So if a black person is selling a mask, we need to be able to be willing to pay twice and 3 times the damn price that we're willing to pay a white man. Since we got to give special considerations all the damn time. I'm just saying, fam. But anyway, fam, I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to give my perspective on the brother's comment and what I feel is a fake conspiracy. Brother, again, I think you're sitting up and listening to these ADUNCE Negroes. And since we want to talk about shit that ain't correct, ADOS is grammatically incorrect. An American descendant of slaves includes immigrants. Because if you're an American and you're a descendant of slaves, that makes you ADOS. Even if you're a Haitian descendant of slaves, but you have American citizenship. Maybe you were born in America. My girlfriend is a Haitian American who was born in America. So ADOS, and I've said that before. I said that on my ADOS versus why I choose ADOS versus Pan-Africanism video. So I don't want to hear nobody showing up talking about some grand conspiracy. Oh, that's why he's against ADOS. He had an immigrant girlfriend. Nigga, when I was supporting ADOS and y'all were all on my channel, because that was my most viewed video, I announced then that I was dating an immigrant. So get the fuck out of my face with no bullshit about, oh, that proves a grand conspiracy about why he's against ADOS. No, it don't prove shit. Because from day one when I was supporting ADOS, I announced that. But anyway, fam, I have a Haitian girlfriend who's an American citizen. Technically, she's ADOS when you break down the etymology of that word. Technically, she's ADOS. She's American. She's an American-born citizen. And she's a descendant of slaves. She's an ADOS. So the correct term is DOAS. So since we want to sit up here and call out shit that's wrong, brother, my views, why don't you call that out? Because that's not right. Descendant of American slaves is the correct term. Oh, but they can't use that term because somebody else before them came up with that term. Since we want to talk about people stealing credit like FBA trying to co-opt because they came up with their own version. So DOAS, descendants of American slaves, is the correct term, not ADOS. ADOS includes immigrants, whether you like it or not. That's facts. So I'm just saying, fam, if we're going to find something to call out, why don't we call out something that's worth calling out? That's all. That's how I feel. But hey, maybe I don't understand something. Maybe I'm missing some details. So if I am, please, anybody, brother, my views, or anybody else, please comment and let me know what facts or details that I'm missing that truly makes this a controversy. But anyway, fam, that's it. And oh yeah, again, CashApp, MorpheusUnplugged. Please donate. Please like, share, subscribe, and again, no beef with the brother my views. It's still peace and love. I don't want to start a war with him or anything like that. I hope we can still be cool and cordial. But anyway, fam, that's another video. Please donate to the Cash App. Cash tag Morpheus Unplugged. Like, share, subscribe, and peace.